Washington football. I still can't believe they won.
Hey, I feel bad for Marlon Mack, but I'm not happy that he got hurt. But I needed Jonathan Taylor to score some points on me for fantasy football, and he gave me 13 points. So
I mean, even though that we lost, I still enjoyed the performance that the team did offensively and defensively as a unit. We still got a lot of ground to make up, but as a unit, we look good.
Everybody
for all of the,
I like the numbers that he put up without the interception. I do like the numbers that he has put up.
I think with everything that has been going on with the virus and social justice and everything, I think week 1 of football was pretty much better than any of us expected it to be. I think everybody thought that this week was going to be very sloppy with penalties and a whole bunch of other stuff that, like, because they hadn't been playing. They had no preseason games. Like, everybody was just thrown into the season. So I think with all of that being said, week 1 of football was very entertaining.
It was good.
It was better than what I expected it to be.
My team should have won, but they didn't. They decided not to go for it, or they decided to go for it on 4th and 1.
And give it to the give it to the number one running back.
Yeah, exactly. The number 1 running back in the league, and they give it to fullback. We would have won, bro. We would have won that game. I swear to God, we would have won that game. Teddy Bridgewater is the missing piece. Our offense is going to average 30 points a game, but our defense is going to give up 30 points a game too. Yeah, defense is going to be awful.
But the head coach is offensive,
especially at the quarterback position.
His defense is always
Cam Dantzler opposite Mike Hughes. They played Holton Hill a lot, and those guys had no pass rush in front of them. No Danielle Hunter, and Ethan Ngakwe is.
There you go.
Hey, Sean, bro, what you got to say about your Falcons, bro?
Ooh.
What you got to say about your Falcons, bro? I want to know, bro. Hey,
especially at the cornerback position. They started a rookie third-round draft pick in Cam Dantzler opposite Mike Hughes. They played Holton Hill a lot, and those guys had no pass rush in front of them. No Danielle Hunter. And Ethan Ngakwe has only had about a week and a half of practice. He kind of blended in his debut. And when you give Aaron Rodgers that much time, this is what happens. 43 points given up, the most in the Mike Zimmer era, 522 yards. It could have been a lot worse, as Zimmer admitted after the game, if they hadn't gotten 3 red zone stops, including a goal line stand in the first half. I would also say this. Rodgers is a guy who had a very strong camp. I talked to Packers coach Matt LaFleur about it, and he said he's been really decisive. He's been really balanced in the pocket. His accuracy has been there. And of course, he can still use his legs. He picked them apart even when the coverage was good in that game yesterday. And something else he did, which is going to be worth keeping an eye on, Andrew, as we look at some of these other elite quarterbacks on the road in empty stadiums. U.S. Bank Stadium was as quiet as could be. Whatever that 70 decibel murmur is that they're pumping in was not enough that it was even intelligible, really, from the press box. Not once but twice, Rodgers drew the Vikings offside, a neutral zone infraction on the road. He always does that at Lambeau Field because he can operate in the quiet. Well, now you take these really good quarterbacks who can manipulate things at the line of scrimmage, go on the road with no fans there, certainly tilts things toward those quarterbacks.
Anyway, I thought that was interesting.
What are his teammates? What's Boston saying about Cam?
I thought that was interesting.
Devontae Adams gave me.
Aaron Rodgers has still got some in the tank.
And I love. What was the game? I forgot the game. I was looking at a game where I forgot who it was. But on the field they have Black Lives Matters, and even on the shirt.
Every game.
I thought that was awesome.
That was every game.
Yeah, all the players did it. Every team did something with it.
Finally, football's backing that up.
Can I ask y'all? Did y'all watch the Cowboys game yesterday?
Hold on, wait. Did y'all see when Houston and KC played, and when they went to go to unite, all they did was like arms, and they
booed,
and the fans booed them.
They booed them.
I heard the reason why
Ryan Clark for ESPN said it best. From them booing on the field shows you a different type of evil in the world. People don't want to see us unite as one. They want to see a house divided country. So when he said that, it struck home. It really.
It wasn't like they were kneeling for a flag. It wasn't like they were kneeling for a national anthem. It wasn't doing anything that was, shifting in, like they weren't doing anything that's considered unpatriotic. All they were doing was locking arms to show that they are united in the fight against racial injustice. And the 16,000 people that were in the stands booed them.
So where was
the game was in Kansas City.
I don't know if this is right, but I saw a video on Instagram where during that moment of silence, somebody said Trump 2020, and then that's when they started booing. That's what I saw, but I mean, I could be wrong.
Gosh.
But I heard that somebody said that, and then that's when they heard the boos, it kind of just everybody, I guess, had mixed opinions about it. But yeah.
Okay.
But I did see something like that where someone said Trump 2020, and everyone's like boo, boo. And that was during the time of the national anthem being played. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But all I gotta say is my Panthers, we did all right yesterday. Our defense, disgusting, absolutely trash, terrible. But offense, I'm telling you, the offense is gonna average 30 points a game at least.
That's because of but you gotta realize who the head coach is. When you look at the head coach that came from Baylor, that's what Baylor did. Baylor outscored their opponents. The defense has always been trash. Every team he has coached, the defense has been trash.
Trash.
So,
any Colts fans in here?
Yes.
How y'all AL feel?
It's okay, bro. It's okay. It's okay. We're still winning the division. We're down 0-1.
Are you sick?
We're down 0-1. I'm not mad at the Colts. I'm more so funny in a way to where Dallas just choked. They choked. They choked.
I didn't see Micah Gallup's play, so I don't know if he pushed it or not, but
Dak looked pretty good.
What
Dak looked pretty good, but they got robbed. They got robbed.
Come back, Sock, come back. Everybody say, come back.
I'm not saying come back.
But yeah.
Come back.
I'm saying come back.
That's crazy.
What did you watch this weekend?
Nah, what you know?
What games did you watch this weekend?
all of them.
I was at work.
What was your
I
favorite?
just got work, of course.
I think honestly my favorite game that I watched was probably the Patriots and the Miami, for the simple fact that I'm a Cam Newton fan, and I was happy to see him back and to see him healthy and to see that like everybody counted him out, even though he won an MVP, and the only reason why he had bad games was because he was hurt. And I like the fact that he actually had a good game and showed people that he is a future Hall of Fame quarterback. So he just need wide receivers.
I won't say all that.
Yes, he.
I mean, I love Cam.
He is for the simple fact that no quarterback has more rushing touchdowns than him, and he's continuously to break that record. He now has 59. The closest person that has anything close to that is like 20 something. So from that stat alone, how is he not a Hall of Fame quarterback?
He broke the franchise record for rushing touchdowns. Now,
exactly, he was the Rookie of the Year, MVP, and he holds that record.
Just for the franchise alone, he broke the record.
How?
Now, that's easily broken because you had a quarterback that's been there for 20-something years, which is Tom Brady. He does not rush for touchdowns. So that
but that's not what. Yeah, okay. I'm just saying, how's he not a Hall of Fame quarterback, Isaiah?
Honestly, I'm gonna say this:
if he wins, she said Isaiah. She said Isaiah.
If he wins the Super Bowl this year, or any years that he's in New England, that's a conversation.
Like I said, I love Cam. Cam, obviously, I'm a Panthers fan. Cam was our savior back in 2011. But as it comes to I don't know, just like his first 5, 6, 7 years, yeah, obviously he was great. But his past 2 to 3 years weren't the best in my opinion, obviously. I just don't think he can get any better than his MVP season. I don't think he'll be able to run 50, 60, 70 yards. He can't do that. Like seeing him run for that 10-yard touchdown, he did not look nearly as fast.
But you also have to realize the 2 years that he was playing hurt on a broken foot, and then he had a shoulder injury. So it wasn't like he was a bad quarterback just to be a bad quarterback. He was actually injured. So, and how can somebody who is as those records that he had, nobody is supposed to break them. So how can he not be considered a Hall of Fame quarterback? And then you have to look at New England don't even have wide receivers.
Right.
So it got to be stuff in the front office too. Like I understand that he isn't going to be like a shoe-in like the Tom Brady's and the Aaron Rodgers, but I highly think that he will be one of the.
He'll be a
He's one of
kid.
the. He's gonna be a Hall of Fame quarterback.
And they only started 12 black quarterbacks.
Yeah, they started.
Something like that.
They started 12 black quarterbacks.
Never seen that before.
Hey, I've got a video clip that I want to put in here because I think it's just interesting and it may be give you an idea for articles or something in the future. It's about what goes into feeding a team. Hold on, where did I just go? All right. Share.
The Nuggets is winning Game 7.
That's a
Dang.
strong.
Wanted to say that. The Nuggets are winning Game 7.
I'm sharing, right?
For
Yeah, I see it.
professional athletes
All
than
right.
a normal person. These guys are very hungry. We go through a crazy amount of food.
Dang, that was Darius Geis.
McGuire. I'm the executive chef for the Washington Redskins. I feed the players and the staff at their practice facility in Ashburn, Virginia.
Virginia.
When they first built this kitchen, they wanted to make sure that it was state of the art. We have top of the line ovens, a wok station, a pasta extruder where we make our own pasta. We have a brick oven that gets up to about 700 degrees. It can cook a pizza in about 2 minutes. We have a walk-in cooler where we can store proteins and vegetables and produce to make sure that we have enough food in here to feed these guys. We want to cook with a high-end mindset, but cook food that was very familiar to players. Every day we do multiple proteins, high-quality starches and vegetables. We give them pasta, a stir-fry, very low-calorie pizza. We have salad bar where they can get fresh-cut vegetables that we prepare every day. They're getting a quality meal that's also helping them perform on the field.
Hey, it's Phil McCoy checking in from Redskins Park. Down here at Redskins Cafeteria. Here, look, we got mahi with a little grains, a little sweet potato. Doesn't get better than that.
Nutrition is really key throughout camp, just keeping guys fueled and keeping them going throughout the day. This time of year, off-season program, we're trying to change body composition. We're trying to improve strength, increase power, improve conditioning. It's a 2-hour, really tough, hot practice that we go through, and then you're right in the recovery mode. And these guys go through an extreme amount of food.
We go through anywhere from 75 portions to 100 in one lunch period.
Jeez.
Morning, we got in 45 pounds of Chilean sea bass. Yesterday, we got in about 120 pounds of salmon. Every day, it'll be about 40 pounds of chicken breast, 45 pastas, 30 stir fries, 8 to 12 thin crust pizzas, countless vegetables. You know, we're bringing in 25 pounds of carrots twice a week. So it's definitely a large amount that we do every single day.
Personally, I don't like to drop anyone on the team below 3,000 calories when they're in a big training phase of the year. So we have guys that are up over 5,000 calories a day. Take like a Ryan Kerrigan, for example. Ryan's roughly 260 pounds. He's a very big, strong, muscular guy. It's going to cost his body at least 5,000 calories a day just to maintain that. So this time of year, in an 8-week period, we'll go through about 150, 200 cases of protein shakes. Some guys, multiple shakes a day, an incredible amount. We have a lot of other products, bars, electrolyte drinks, and there's a big responsibility for the player when they go downstairs not to just grab whatever they see out, but to know what to grab and how much to grab, and that's really where the art comes in with nutrition.
What are we eating? We eating healthy today?
Yeah, always eating healthy.
Always healthy?
You know, run by everybody out there.
That's right. Speed kills.
Chef Connor has an extensive knowledge of food and how to prepare food. He's really like the magician behind all of this. So I talk with Connor about what's best for our players from a performance aspect, and then he puts it all into action. Ordering all the food that we need, deciding how we're going to plate food, deciding the menus for the week. Some guys need high carbs, some guys need low carbs, some guys need higher protein than others, some guys need higher, healthier fats. So when they go down there, Connor knows exactly what to put on their plate. Hey, this guy needs an extra serving of protein. This guy needs an extra serving of carbs. That's really the art of it. Every single thing that we do here is geared towards making them better as a football player.
Got our own smoothie bar over here. What we making, Jay Reed? It looks disgusting. Come on. All that fish and fresh food over there, you can come over and make it a massive cookie. What all you got in there? Some berries over there. healthy greens. For the grains. Almond milk. Protein. Lactose intolerant? Yeah, can't do peanut butter either. Sounds disgusting. But hey, whatever floats your boat.
All right. As a chef, I want to keep doing new things. I want to keep providing different items for them to keep them interested. One of the things that I love about this job is I get to introduce new foods to people almost weekly. This is our Mediterranean style bowl. It has sauteed vegetables, carrots, peppers, cucumber and tomato salad, sauteed chicken, roasted red pepper hummus, and rice with tzatziki. A lot of times when you think of healthy food, it's very bland, dry piece of chicken and steamed broccoli and like a baked potato. So we wanted to make sure that the food was good. Here is our grilled pork tenderloin dish. It has quinoa and broccolini. And the sauce is a roasted shallot reduction. Now, the players have their certain favorite items, like our beef bolognese. At the beginning, a lot of rookies tend to go towards that. And through that, you can get them to open up, and maybe they eventually end up trying a piece of fish. This is our salmon dish. It is seared Scottish salmon, quinoa with mixed vegetables, roasted broccolini, and the sauce is a chipotle cilantro vinaigrette. When I introduce a new dish, at first they may be skittish about it and go, what is this? And I go, no, just try it. And I kind of explain or walk them through it. And then they eat it and they're like, oh, this was amazing. I never had this before. Here we have a cilantro soubise. It is a onion puree sauce with roasted chicken, carrots, tomatoes, a little bacon, peas, and corn. Especially when guys come from other teams, I always make sure, how's the food over there? How's the food, with that organization? And they go, it's nothing compared to here.
We got all kinds of options over here.
Yeah, we healthy around here.
Is this better than Stanford?
Of course.
Of course it's better than Stanford. Chicken and a salad? Is that a typical old lineman meal right there? I don't see any pizza on there. What about you? Oh, another old lineman eating a salad. Can you believe that? We got a full pizza bar over there. Best pizza in Loudoun County in this building. I mean, look at this crowd we got back here cooking lunch for us every day. They've been here since 3 in the morning, working hard. They're the best. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Redskins Cafeteria. Good day. Our chefs are great, and I'm full.
So what did you think? Did you ever think about what it takes to feed a ball team?
Yes, Alabama, the University of Alabama has a documentary about how they feed the football team.
Sorry.
I was saying I watched recently. The University of Alabama had how they feed their football team, and their football team have their own calf and how much meat and stuff they go through in a day. So that's very interesting to me.
And that nutritionist, and they have to be on a certain diet, and all of that. Anybody else, any thoughts, comments? I just thought I'm trying to show you different angles in sports so that when you do your project, you don't feel like you're locked into, I have to cover a game, because you might not be able to cover a game. So I just wanted to not be in a box with anything, Sean, what did you think of that clip?
I mean, I kind of already had an idea of how most athletes eat, because majority of them are built huge, so you would kind of expect them to eat how they eat.
Yeah. True, like machines. It's just amazing how they but here's another question. I'm jumping on top of that though, is that with Corona, I wonder what that looks like now in their camp right now.
Oh yeah, true.
You know what I mean? They probably can only eat and go in small groups and eat. Or I mean, they get tested for Corona every day, I think. And then I guess, I don't know, they're in small groups. They work in small groups. I'm guessing what that's like.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So let's talk about our midterm. So this is week 6 right now. So we're looking at in 2 weeks you will have a midterm due. So can start working on developing it. Renaya, did you have a thought there? I see your phone out. I didn't know what's going on. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was checking my email. I'm sorry.
Yeah, can we, I think we can focus for about another 20.
I can't hear you.
Okay, just can we focus on this for about 15, maybe about 20 minutes so we can, and then after that you could do it.
Oh,
Okay, cool. Okay, so
yeah. My next class was emailing me. I was just checking it. That's it.
I gotcha. So we're kind of brainstorming what kind of project would be meaningful and useful for your portfolio beyond this class, and what would be meaningful and for a midterm. I like to let students decide. Is there anybody in here you would like to work with as partners? Is that a viable thing in this class?
Well, if we do partners, what would be the assignment?
You would make your own show. We've been doing this. We've been doing our own show every week, if you haven't noticed, together. I've been doing that with you. I have brought guests.
Wait,
for us to
I thought we agreed against the show because it takes too much time and production.
You're going to make yourself a show. You're going to make something for midterm. So you can either do, and we're talking about it. We're brainstorming it. What is it that you want to do? Because unless you want to take a test. Do you want to take a test?
No.
No, but we voted against doing a show because of how long it takes.
We're going to have to do something for midterm. So what is
last week we
agreed.
What
does your midterm look like? So your midterm, okay, let me back up. We're talking about midterm. Your midterm needs to be an assessment of your learning up to the midpoint of the semester. That's the objective.
Right.
So what can we do? What would you like to do in this class that would determine, an assessment of your learning during this time?
And we agreed on having a package.
Okay.
We said this last week.
Okay, so you want to do a package. Okay, and I've heard people say different things, so we haven't written anything down. So, okay, and what does that look like?
A package being 2 to 4 minutes, produce on your own, have an interview.
Jalen, we said a minute to 2.
Yeah. A minute. Yeah, we agree. A minute to 2 minutes. Yes, that's what we said. A minute to 2 minutes.
I want something that's a little more substantial. You know why? Because you guys aren't freshmen. You guys are actually pretty professional, and so I want to see something that's up, that challenges the level where you actually are.
What class is that?
I say that because
Kalia, speak.
Honestly, what we probably can do is we can get 2 people.
Speak.
No, he can go ahead. He can go ahead.
We can get 2 to 2 people, 3 people to produce a 2 to 3 minute package, and all of us, like I said, all combined can be 10 minutes. Or if it makes it easier, individually we can make a 1 minute package and then compile it all together. A 1 to 2 minute package to compile it all together.
Okay. So that's what I want to know. Do you want to do a whole show in this class, but everybody makes a package? But then as a group, you all need to be meeting outside of class as a whole group and decide what that show looks like. You have to decide, how you're going to title it. You're going to decide how you're going to transition. Are you going to have one person that's going to be the stand-up person to introduce the next segment? What are the segments are going to look like the show? I would love to see you do that. But you would have to be talking, you would have to be meeting outside of class, or I'll give you class time, but to figure that out. But basically, I want to give you the mics and go, here, you guys go do something. And so right now, I want you to just figure out what that looks like. Because I'm giving you a whole lot of freedom to do what you want to do, to make something, but substantial.
I mean, if you're saying for us to do what we want to do, we want to make a package.
All right. Do you want to do a whole TV show together?
No.
Say each person makes their package, and then
I don't think everybody is capable of doing that.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think everyone is capable of making their own show.
Okay.
It's a lot.
I'm talking about a package. What
okay.
About if
now the package point, yes, I think everyone is capable of making a package.
So do you think our whole class could put together some type of TV show that actually has a flow? Like
Honestly, if we just get on Zoom and like present our packages, that'll probably make the most sense. We're
Yeah.
not really packages, but like we could probably go on Zoom and record ourselves talking about sports, and then we can put links in you can make us host, and we can put the links for our video and like show like a clip of something or whatever, or maybe like an interview if that we may have done, stuff like that.
Can I ask a question, Miss Cat?
Yes, go.
You said you want interviews, right?
Go, we're free flowing. Go, just speak, Sean.
Okay, never mind. Because it sounds like you wouldn't care if we had interviews or not. That's just all I needed.
Awesome. Like I said, I have been bringing interviews here. I have been bringing, I had Leon Santiago here. So I was trying to bring somebody from the Vikings organization here, player, to interview. And he still may come. I've had some people lined up to come and
yeah, see, that's what I mean. Because like it's kind of tough to get people, especially with them actually playing sports right now. So they're trying to focus on the games and stuff.
You'd be surprised though who you can get. It's just like you just have to reach out to people and just tell them who you are and tell them like you would like to be able to interview them for your class, and you would really be surprised because I actually think that the Vikings guy is going to show up. I just asked him last minute because he's through a friend of mine, and I think he will show up because there's people that love helping students, and they also love being part of HBCUs and contributing to broadcasting. So, I kind of want you guys, the one thing, if you don't learn anything in this class, is for you to think big about everything. And even though you don't think you can do it, just take a deep breath, suck it in, and just do it. And think it and do it. And you don't know who you're going to come in contact with. You just don't know. Famous people put their pants on one leg at a time like we do.
Okay, Ms. Cat. So let's say some people are saying they want to do packages, which is great. But if I wanted to, let's say if I wanted to pair it with one of my fellow classmates, could I still do that?
We could. What I would like to see, we're just brainstorming this, okay? I would like to see this whole class here, sitting here, make a show. I think, Kalia, you would make a great producer, a producer-director. You know how to be a boss, boss lady. You got the qualities, I kind of like that too. I see that in you. And if everybody liked that, you could just work, like I said, work in a group. What are we going to make? We're going to make, so first.
Go ahead.
I think the best thing we should do is just like, if we can get on, like, let's say like for like let's say me, Sean, and Kayla had a little show, quote unquote. We can honestly just meet up on Zoom, like I said, and we record our Zoom conversation. And like I said, we can pass the like baton or whatever, like to share screens for each other and what topic we're talking about. Let's say we have like a PowerPoint or like a video that we go off of or anything. We could just do that because
I would like to see you showing some what's really going on though, and do something like that, like show the game,
Because it's hard. Cause I don't think. I mean, I know how to edit, and I think, as far as I'm aware, I think I have the Adobe Premiere like on my mom's laptop, but I know not everybody has Adobe Premiere. So like I said, because I don't think everybody knows how to edit.
Yeah. Okay.
But like I said, like the easiest thing is to do is probably just get on Zoom, like just like 2 or 3 people, and like record the Zoom, like I said, and like we'll have like graphics uploaded and stuff like that. Right. That'll probably just be the easiest way to do it.
Right. Yeah.
Right. It's basically
if you did a whole show, if you do a whole show like 20 minutes, 22 minutes, that's about those little shorter shows. You have an introduction. You have your first, story, and then you have a transition, and then you have the second story, and then how many ever stories, and then you have to make a ending.
Because I think if we get 3 people on one story, or not one story, but like on one like show, it's like we're just going to be able to talk and talk and talk and talk. And especially if we have all of us in the class, we can like designate times for each other so we're not overlapping each other. Let's say like two people have one topic, another two people have another topic. So those two are the only people who are talking, and everybody else can mute themselves so they can get their point off, and then maybe at the end they can say something.
I don't want to be in the middle of your project. I want you. The whole idea is for me to, I've shown.
So you don't have to help us. Like we just like I said, like we all get on Zoom, and like we all designate what we're talking about.
Okay.
Have a panel.
And have a panel discussion. Yeah, exactly.
Debate.
But you don't you don't have to moderate it or anything. All we gotta do is just figure out how to record it, and then that's it. Because we all know what we need to talk about.
What I want to see, I want to see some organization. I want to see some pre-production.
Mm-hmm.
Who is not a comm major in this course? I get athletes.
How can you do pre-production on Zoom?
Well, first I think you have to do. Za, are you?
Good question.
You're not comm, are you?
Can you record Zoom on your phone?
Yes, you can record Zoom anywhere.
Anywhere you can. It's just that I'm a little concerned about. My concern is if you are not a comm major in this course. I know.
I'm not.
Are except
I'm not.
Zafir, right?
I'm not.
Oh, Demetrius, you're not.
Mm-mm.
What's
No,
your
ma'am.
Your sports?
I'm not sports. I'm just taking this as a elective.
I got you. Okay, so my point is too. I do want to do something that's easy because I get people who aren't comm majors and don't know how to edit and they don't know how to do some stuff. So I want it to be accessible. So yeah, the panel would be okay. Demetrius, are you comfortable with working with a group or collaborating with a student and doing something?
I can still work with a group. Yes, ma'am.
Like honestly, what I could probably do is, like I said, if we record the Zoom, honestly, like if I'm able to, and if I'm able to get a copy of the panel, I could probably just put it into Adobe, and then we all could figure out like a graphic we can put at the beginning and end and stuff like that. Because there's really no point of putting in graphics for like during the Zoom, but like I think before and after, like an introduction, like we can have like sports panel, like whatever or something like that, and then like conclusion or whatever. But like I said, I just don't know how it's gonna work if we put graphics in between the during the Zoom.
Right.
It won't look good.
I think in a group, if you're going to make this a class group project, if everybody's in favor of doing a class group project for midterm, raise your hand.
That'll be easier. Because we had different perspectives. Because, like I said, like
Danny's been real quiet. Is she doing okay?
We all listen. We all quiet.
Oh no.
Yeah. Like I said, we have. If we Miss Cat,
quiet man, right here.
Miss Cat. Like I said, like since we have so many people that have like different perspectives on things. Like I said, Zafir plays football for state, so he can give us stuff about like football for state, and then like me. Sean I love the Panthers. Sean loves the Falcons. Kayla loves all college and NFL. Jalen does too.
He don't
right.
Man a few words.
I can do NBA.
Basically, like we could just we can come up. Listen, what we can do, we can come up with 3 topics. We can do one on the NBA. We can do one on the NFL and one on college sports, and be done with it.
Okay, there you go. So.
Just do that.
I think everybody has to have a job. Okay. So if you want to elect a producer, you want to elect a producer would be, you guys all sit around, have a meeting and decide, like Jalen's saying, what are you going to cover in your, how are you going to organize this show? And what are you going to cover? And maybe you have somebody that can go get some talent and go get somebody to be part of the panel to interview, like get athletes, somebody from the school. Oh, hey, hey, Courtney, you're late.
Hello. Yeah, I'm late.
All right, hang in there. We'll get you called up. Okay, we're in the middle of the heat of a conversation here.
Did everybody show you their profiles? Did you look at?
Oh no,
our thing?
No, we ain't there yet.
No.
Come on.
Oh, okay.
Let's just stay right here.
I saw it though. We got a couple more days to get that turned in, so I'm giving them time. All right, so you're onto a really good idea. I like the energy. I like the brainstorming and where you guys are going. So I'm pitching that idea out as a group. Could you be successful if is it more of everybody needs to have a job in the project?
Yeah, that's easy.
Okay.
Like I said, like if we do teams of 2, like you know, because I'm not trying to like tell people what to do, but like honestly, me and Sean can be in a group, Kayla and Jalen can be in a group, like Zafir and Demetrius can be in a group because they both aren't comm majors, so they can probably help each other out. Courtney and like Renai can be in a group because they know what they're doing. They can like Courtney and Renai can also be the producers because as far as where Courtney likes to produce, I think that's what I thought she said.
You can have Courtney, Renai, and Danny in one group.
How y'all just gonna nominate me to produce?
Because Danny swear up and down she know how to use that VMix. Yeah,
She
Danny swear
do.
up and down she know how to use that VMix.
So
Danny can produce.
I'm gonna say this.
Just to be clear,
I can write. I'll write a script.
The producer's job is going to come up with some kind of script and to write the skeleton. So you write. Everybody knows how to write a show, right? Everybody does.
Yeah.
So
I
you
need to
write
do that,
the
right?
skeleton of the show. You don't know what people are going to say, but you are going to write an outline of what the show is going to look like. So you really want to have some kind of intro, like about I would say like a 10-second intro to your show,
Mhm.
and then you're going to have like some kind of intro, like who's the host or or it could be 2 of you. Hey, we're here today, and blah blah blah. What that's and talk to your objective.
Christ, it's
And
just
then
my
you're gonna
head.
have your stories. Boom, boom, boom,
Mhm.
and then.
I don't look dry, bro.
So that the producer
My hair does not dry, bro.
together, you have to write that. That's going to be one part of the project.
No,
Is
you're not
writing
talking.
an outline. Does that make sense, Jalen?
You said what?
That's right. You're going to write outline script. That's going to be part of the project. And
You
then
want
That's
me
easy.
to write it?
I was like, that's easy.
I'll write it.
and
I'll
that's
write it.
going to be and I'll tell you what. If you can have that next week, I'll approve it. And
That's
then
the
Easy.
project.
Easy.
Oh, hold on, wait.
Easy, bro.
Hold on. I don't know about next week now, cause in the midterm.
Midterms in 3 weeks. Well, this is week 6 right now. This week, and then 2 more weeks is midterm.
Dang, time's going by fast. Yeah, no, we can make a script. That's not gonna be hard.
We could, yeah.
Like, I already know what I want to talk about. So it's not-
Honestly, but the script really not that hard. All we got to do is talk at the beginning, and then we just speak on the topics in the middle, and then have something to say at the end, and be done.
I don't want something where you're just talking the whole time on a Zoom call and blah blah blah, and it's just you need to be able to present something, and that you need to show me something.
So you want
that's easy. I got you.
So you want it to be boring.
Well, if you're just gonna sit and talk
boring.
and that's it, that's boring.
Well, there's no other way to do it. We're not gonna be just sitting here reading off of a phone or some paper.
I tell you what, I just showed you something really cool from the Vikings, which is like the team I like. Our discussion was about Black Lives Matter at all the games. That was a great story.
Jalen, pretty much what she wants us to do. Let's say, like I said, let's say I'm talking about the Panthers next week or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just talk about the Panthers and show clips of their highlights, and then show clips from their press conference, like with them interviewing like Matt Rule or like stuff like that, and then expound on that. That's pretty much what she wants.
Right.
Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy.
Right. I get that. I know what she was trying to say.
Why don't we all just do individual like packages?
No.
And then have that be a full show?
No. Not everybody knows how to edit.
Not everybody knows how to edit, and not
You could edit on them. You could edit on any app. On your
Courtney,
phone.
stop.
It takes 2 seconds.
What we're gonna do, Courtney, is we're just gonna get a Zoom.
You know how much
where all of us are gonna get on Zoom.
You know how hot your phone gonna be?
Exactly. Like Courtney, we're all gonna get on.
I didn't do that last semester.
Courtney, listen.
That's
We're
you.
all gonna.
That is
Courtney, we're
you.
all.
Oh my God.
Jalen. Courtney, what we're trying to do is we're trying to have a show on Zoom where we all have our 2 people a group, maybe 3 people a group have their own packages, and like I said, we're gonna have 3-4 topics, whatever. We're gonna have an intro, and then like a body, and then conclusion. Like I said, intro, we're gonna have 2 people introducing topics, and then the first topic is blah blah blah.
I
Second
get
topic
that,
is blah
but
blah.
I mean, I get that. It's like it's
It's just way
That's more
easier to do
difficult.
that. No, it's way easier to do that than edit it. Because if we do individual packages, we have to edit all those packages together, and they all have to flow.
No, not together. Have them be separate. Like they don't have to be a show. It don't have to go all together. It would just be your own story.
It would just be. She wants us to have a show.
Cat wants a show.
So here's the thing. I think the whole thing is.
Why you want a show, Miss Cat? I'm confused.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me speak. So the whole thing is that this semester we're learning something that no other class has learned. We're learning about collaboration, and we're learning about how to make a show when we're not all in the same space. We're all learning about that, right? So I think it's really appropriate if we are able to do something as a group. I think that's really appropriate.
It'd be Courtney. I promise you, it'd just be
That's
so
the
much
same
easier.
thing we done did in the whole every class. That's the same thing every class.
To be honest, it really just seems like
it's redundant. Like we done did this every class. Every class need a show. Every class need their own group project.
Okay,
That's irritating.
Talk about
different.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't think it's different at all. I didn't have to do this last time for Mr. Smith. I didn't have to do this. I'm now doing it for your class this year.
What if you're the only one who just does your own package then, Courtney? Is that would that be
I
fair?
don't mind doing the story, but I mean, if it's gonna be more work.
Courtney, first of all, you got here late, so you didn't. I'm not sure. If today.
I should have not showed up at all.
Oh, everybody, stop. I need to hear.
I should have just missed class.
So, but
that's what I should have done.
And that's okay. You know, we're dealing. We're okay. But tell me about what you've done in the past. And I just wanted to know what.
Miss Cat, we done been. Our major's a mass comm. It don't take long for us to do no stories. Especially not on. Online editing.
So, but the thing is, we're here talking. We're brainstorming.
I understand that, but you got to give us a guideline. We ain't even get no guideline.
Once everybody decides what we're doing, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write down the assignment detailed in Blackboard, and then you guys, and then I'm going to email it to you. Okay. So.
Okay.
I want to know, but so we're talking and trying to decide what we've been doing this semester is I have been bringing in people for us to interview and for you to, and we have been learning collaboratively and talking to people. You probably learn a lot of things about interviewing you never even thought of, and in this environment. And so what I'm doing is giving it back over to you, the mic to you, and say, now, what can you create in this environment, in this setting?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay. So I get that you want us to kind of come up with our own midterm, but every idea we throw out there, you down it. You keep telling us no. So how can we come up with our own idea if you don't like none of them?
Right. I haven't downed anything. I'm like supporting you. I'm going, yeah, okay. But I want to get clear. I want to get some real clarity here because because if we don't, it's going to be chaos. And I want clarity. So are we in agreement, is this class in agreement that you want to do a class group project, or do you want to do a project with just two people projects?
Class.
A class project.
I said you want to do class.
Okay. Let me ask y'all this: if y'all want to do it, when do y'all want to shoot the show?
Honestly,
when y'all want to shoot it?
Hold on a second, Jalen. We haven't decided yet. So because I have Courtney telling me that no. So.
No, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is if the class wants what the class wants, and that's what you go grade us on, that's how you go grade us on. Ain't nothing I can say. I just want it to be clear, you know.
Reflection of your learning in this course this semester. So if that means that you need to go write, a 6-page paper about your learning, that's okay. I mean, we could do that. I don't.
Miss Cat, I'm not. Man, oh my gosh. Okay. I'm just trying to understand. Like, I just want you to have like the parameters, like. So that when we do our work, we can get graded on it. It won't be no confusion, you know?
Yeah, and that's what we're talking about, why we're talking about this, to really get clear. Because I want you to be passionate about what you're doing and what you're making. That's key here. Because if you don't really care, it'll be turned in 3 weeks late. And then I'll be like, oh, didn't you do your midterm?
I'm going to take it on time.
So, all right. So raise your hand if you want to do your midterm with just 2 people. Raise your hand.
With the class thing, or with the whole like
Yeah.
Zoom where we all have our own
You said
packages.
just 2 people,
And
like
you're in midterm,
only
but
pairs,
I might
right?
not- let me just say, let's lay this on the table. I might not be able to be here midterm week. I may be out that week. There's something that might be coming up.
So
Oh wow. Okay.
So
Do we have to have a midterm? Because now it's starting to sound like a lot going on. I'm just asking.
say that one now.
If you don't think you're gonna be here, do you have to give a midterm?
Well, no, I can give you a midterm and not be here. Basically,
No. That's not what I'm asking. That's
I
not what I'm
want you-
asking. I'm saying.
Here's what the group project would look like. Me not being here because it's
Okay, never
about
mind.
me
I ain't say nothing.
giving over to you the mic, the host mic, and say, here guys, go make your TV show. And I'm gonna have to go. I have to go take care of something for me, personal day. So, and I come back and I say, you're all put it together, and I'll go, yay, this is a great group project, guys. Good job. Everybody got an A. That's how I see it.
our faces tell the story. That's all I'm gonna say.
Make sure
Faces tell the story.
everybody wants to do it. Isaiah, Camera, Alan, do you want
What's
to do
up?
it?
Like I said, Zoom like show, I think is literally the easiest. If we all show up.
You're gonna have to meet and agree.
I don't mind doing pairs. I just don't mind.
Yeah, exactly. That's not.
Okay,
That's
the way it sounded right now, it sounds like nobody is feeling the whole group project thing. But like everybody in there has to do it. So like, if we gonna have to do it by pairs, then that's fine.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with
Exactly.
just pairs.
Pairs.
I'm saying I'm majority. Whatever everybody wants
Okay,
to do.
so you want to do pairs?
Yeah, and then we all, like I said, we just recorded on Zoom. So that's the only way we could probably get it to you.
Okay. And then and then you're gonna have some visuals though, right? So
Yeah, like I said, like if I can get a hold of it, I'll just try to because we have graphic design people in the class, so they can I hope they can create like a visual, like a intro, like picture, and then we just use that, and then I can like edit all that stuff. It's not gonna be hard at all, as long as I can get the story, like the copy of the Zoom call. Like it's not gonna be hard to like edit literally 3 clips, intro, body, out, like conclude. Like it's not gonna be hard.
okay, yeah. I mean, just kind of give me an idea of what you want to cover,
Right. Like I said, we'll develop a script, but like I said, I think it'd just be easier rather than just like throwing the people who don't know how to edit under the bus and they have to figure out how to edit. But yeah.
Yeah. And definitely, if you don't know how to edit, work with somebody who does. And also, when you partner with someone, decide who does what. Because I don't want to. I don't want to get the win that one person did all the work and the other person didn't. Right? That's not good partnership. So decide right off the bat. Danny, how do you feel about this?
Going with whatever everybody else go with. There's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of things that are being said that are not being.
That's a confusion.
So I'm just waiting to see what everybody else gonna do, and I'm gonna ride with them.
Yeah.
I can't even say what I want to say.
All right, so I'm getting Renaya, are you in agreement with having partners now and not have a group project?
I'm with whatever y'all on. I'm with it.
All right, so who would be partners? Who would be your partner? Make sure everybody has their partner. Courtney, are you okay with doing that? Working with a partner and just coming up with a little broadcast, I guess, a package or?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever everybody else is doing.
Okay, who would you partner?
Whatever the class is doing. Probably Renaya or Danny.
Okay. Okay. Do the 3 of you want to work together? And then
That's fine with me.
Yeah, we can.
Demetrius.
Yeah, we can.
Demetrius, Jalen, and Sean, and Cameron.
Me and Kayla.
He literally, Zafir literally just asked me to work with him.
Hey,
Kayla.
Sean and Isaiah. Come on, man.
I'm surprised you're not
You
working.
know they
Y'all forgot
working
about
together.
Demetrius. Demetrius by himself.
If you want to divide up and
groups of 3 might be better considering the number of students in this class. So if it's me, Renaya, and Courtney, then Jalen, Kayla, and Zah, and then Sean, Cameron, and Demetrius. Let's just leave it at that.
All right.
All right,
I'm with
so
that.
All right,
That's
I
fine.
gotcha. All right, so we're getting some
Fine.
clarity here, okay? So let me do this. I'm gonna on the discussion board, I'm gonna put up a discussion, and I'm gonna say, what's your plan? And I want you to write down who's in the group and what the plan is and who is going to be doing what. And
But we just told you.
well, I want it in writing.
No.
I'm cool with that. I just want it. If you don't get it in writing, then you don't got it. It just was just talking.
Okay, I got you.
See what I'm saying? So I'm going to
Okay.
put this in writing on the discussion board, and I want you to put on what you're going to do in writing. That way we're all clear and there's no confusion.
Okay.
That's why we're just
Okay.
talking now, so we can all, it's free flowing.
All right.
All right. Well, I think
Well, I got a class, so I'm about to go.
All right. See you later. It's good to see
All right.
you.
See you
Hey,
guys.
Dimitri,
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
Dimitri, send me your number.
Today. Do you feel productive today, at least?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Please
ma'am.
don't leave.
All right,
did.
so that's exciting. So start thinking about what your midterm's going to look like, and I'll put that
Alrighty.
up in Blackboard on the discussion, and I'll see you on Wednesday.
All right.
Word. Perfect.
Word.
Thank you, Dimitri. I'm going to set up a group chat with us.
Okay.
Me, you, and
have that,
Sean.
by the way.
All right.